So we'll just get started. So hi everyone, my name's Mark, for anyone that's not met me before. I've met a couple of years already, previously. So I'm the bearded light worker. I use the term, I'm going to close this door, my kids are upstairs. I use the term light worker just because I don't particularly like being called a medium. I like light worker because it describes what I work with, what I do, rather than having a title. So I do exactly that. I work through like, oh, somebody else coming in, it's Hannah. So I work with the light, I work with my guides, I work with angels, I work with your guides when I'm doing a reading and your loved ones. And I use cards as a tool, although I'm using them less and less these days. It's more sort of mediumship, the spirit's just what I talk straight away. But certainly in these group settings is a great way for me to sort of start off and get used to the energy and narrow in on whoever wants to come through first. I think it's going to be a good session. I've been feeling the energy all afternoon. Hi Hannah, how you doing? Hannah, you're not afraid to come on camera, come on. And yeah, no, it's it should be a good session. So I'll use tarot cards and I'll use angel cards, and hopefully we'll get some mediumship through. But all that's up to the spirits. But I'd be surprised if we don't get some sort of message in a good environment. So let me see who I'm going to be drawn to first with tarot cards. As I said, when I'm speaking to you, it'd be nice to be able to see you, but if you don't want to put your camera on, don't worry. Hi, Hannah. Let me just see, who am I going to come to? Norma, I've been drawn to you. As I say, you don't need to put your camera on if you don't want to. It would be nice, but you don't have to, don't worry. And I will do some tarot for you. Hiya, great to see you. See, you shouldn't be afraid. You look fabulous. You don't need to be afraid to be on camera. So if you just like to unmute as well so I can speak to you, and we'll get started. I'm going to close those windows because the blooming seagulls are outside squawking away. I'll be right back. The cats can just sit outside for the next hour. It's fine. So, hi Norma, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
We met before. The name's familiar. No.
No.
Okay. I meet so many people; it's hard to keep track sometimes. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull an angel card first, and these cards are beautiful. Don't know if it's trying to get so the light doesn't obscure it. The artwork on it, I just love them. And these give us a bit of a theme of what we're going to talk about. So let's see how we go. So I'm going to shuffle. Just tell me when to. Actually, I'm going to do this. Just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. And my left pile, my right pile, which one?
Right, please.
Okay. So the top card of the right pile is going to be your card. So Akasha. That's really beautiful artwork on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Very much guided by your instincts and intuition. It's a person who walks their path and they always have a core belief in what they do, even if they second guess it. Let's see what the tarot says. So the tarot will just expand on it. It's still very general with the tarot, so it'll be quite broad, and then we'll narrow in as I get a better feel of what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So again, I'll get you to tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. And once more.
Stop.
Perfect. It's always awkward because I get people to cut the deck when they're sitting in front of me. It's always awkward to sit myself. Okay, so at some point in the past, you've very much had to pick up the pieces of your life and regrow your roots, gather yourself. See if I can expand on this a bit more. Right, so I'll just take a moment. I'll be silent for a moment while we focus on these. So actually very interesting card, especially with the Akasha Angel card. You're heading into a place where you're very much where you're going to be at your strongest. There's going to be a strength there of mind and spirit, where your judgment around your family, around your chosen family, is going to be very strong. And there's also going to be financial decisions. I think a couple of them are going to need some financial support. And whether it's advice or actual finances, you're kind of going to be in a place to do that. That's kind of the future. I don't normally jump straight to the future, but I was sort of drawn there first. But to get to the place just now, you've had to really put down new roots. And there's been a lot of decisions having to be made where you just didn't know which one. Sometimes it was the better of two bad decisions, which one was the best, like one was the least worst. But you put down those roots now, and it's making you stronger. But you've had to do that because almost it's this card I'm looking at, death and rebirth. Something's really shaken up your life and made you almost have to put these new roots down. You've had to basically get rid of the old, get rid of the bad, and I don't want to quite say start from scratch, but almost just that rebirth in your life. Is this making sense to you?
Maybe.
Okay, let's see if we can get more specific. Where's my pad? I scribble and I doodle, by the way, and I make little notes of things. This helps me concentrate. I'm running out of pad. There we go. See if we can get a bit more detail. Now is, let somebody else in. What I'm doing now is I'm reaching out to my guides and your guides to see if we can get anything else. So what I'll do in a second is I'll just start saying out loud what I'm getting in my head. Very much when I do this, I kind of talk at you, and then I'll stop and ask if it's making sense rather than you give me information. If that makes sense, it was flow. Yeah. It's metaphor just one way. Well, I'm getting at the minute, I don't think the reference is directly to you. I think it's someone in your life that you know. Just want to get some more context around it. I'll tell you what I'm seeing. Don't confirm or deny it yet. I just want to see if it's. I just want to get more information before I sort of lock it in. But I'm seeing kind of a stereotypical new start. But I think I'm talking about a younger couple moving into a house. Because I'm seeing a house. I'm seeing a young couple. I'm also seeing like a dog. Let me try to get context for it. Just asking for one more. I think we're kind of looking at the future a bit, but is there a young couple in your life that are recently or just about to move into or looking at moving into a new house together? Would it make sense with seeing a young couple in a house?
Not that I can think of, no.
Does it make sense to anyone? Sometimes it does cross over.
The only thing I can say is that I've just moved into a new house.
Ah, okay. So seeing definitely a new house, but seeing a young couple as well. So let's see if we can get the place with a new couple. The young couple. Who's the young couple? Okay. So moving to the new house as well, that would make sense with setting down new roots.
Yeah.
A new chapter of your life. Try to get more information on. Let's see if we can look at it. Okay. Talking about the couple, I said we're talking about the future. And there's a cards here that are talking about judgment along your sort of family, whether it's chosen family or blood family. I feel I could be completely wrong in this because I'm trying to get confirmation on it, but it's one of those ones where I have to take a leap of faith in what I'm seeing, which makes me very nervous. But I'm still focusing on the young couple, and I feel so. Have you got a son? I'm looking
I've
at the
got a son, yes. Yes, I've got a son.
He's in a committed relationship.
Yes, he is.
Yes. Okay, that's the couple I'm saying. That's where I was taking a leap of faith. Like, confirm it is her son. Confirm it's the son. And they're just like, no, go on, say it.
Yeah, I
So
do have a son.
that's fine. So the new house is you've moved in. The young couple is your son. I feel as though there's going to be. This is where the future card's coming in, where it's the judgment, it's the advice or financial support. I feel as though they're moving into the next leg of their relationship in their lives, and that's where you come in as support. But I feel as though he's a typical son that won't listen to mum, so it might be a bit of a I don't want you to slap on, but a psychological, just I know what I'm doing. But I'm getting directed. I don't know who I'm speaking to at the minute, but I'm getting directed that he's very much like me. I need to learn my lessons the hard way most of the time. It's a fault I need to work on. People give me advice, and I'm like, I'm still going to do it my way. And then I'm like, I wish I listened to you.
Yeah.
But that's just youth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not that I'm youthful anymore, just turned 40.
Well, I know you say not to give too much away, but my son gets married 2 weeks' time.
Okay, that makes sense then, what we're talking about. Okay. I mean, it's congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Um,
and there is going to be big changes in his life, I think.
okay.
Not related to the marriage, but related to other things, work and stuff.
No, it's fine. No, you can talk to me and give me context after I've said it, basically.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. So I think that's where you're going with this. I think my son's going to have some decisions to make regarding his work, but he also does get married in 2 weeks' time. Yeah.
Where's the dog fit in?
Well, I have a dog. He has a dog.
Okay, so I just saw a dog and saw no context around it, but that's fine. Perfect. I'm just trying to figure out who it is giving me this information because I think it's somebody who's watching over. Let me see if I can get some validation who that is. Sorry, I will come and speak to other people as well.
Yeah.
We don't want to give too much away because we don't have time to really go into it. But I feel
No.
a strong bond with you in particular. It's a male, and I can't figure out if it's paternal or a partner. Have you lost your partner?
No.
No, it's your dad then. It'll be paternal. So I couldn't figure out if it was paternal. It was just a bond, but I can't get into it too much just now. But whoever it is just said all the family's going to be there at the wedding. Everyone's going to be there. And I feel as though there's a bit of a rabble of them. There's going to be a bit of a party on the other side. I feel as though it's going to get a bit wild on the other side. There's going to be some patience.
I'm glad.
I'm
glad.
Going to feel their presence. But thank you so much. I'm going to leave their love and their light with you just now.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Camera on as well. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
So, I think a lot of that was spirit. Oh, there's my cards. Got where I put my cards. They're always with us through our big events in our lives, through our little events. The nights where we can't quite fall asleep, we'll be sitting there trying to just calmly help us fall asleep. Just even the little things, but the big things like a wedding. There, back there was really whoever that was. I felt more fatherly or grandfatherly. That kind of line was making a point of showing that your family, everyone's family, are with us all the time, and they see current events. They know what's coming up in our lives. They acknowledge the fact that they're going to be there with us. So it's when we pass on, we very much just shed the skin. We're still there. We're still the same person. but we're better because we've got all our memories back from the other side. We've got perspective of our lives. I think there's somebody else coming in just now, so we'll see where this leads. So as I'm saying that, my mind went to another part of what happens after we pass, and somebody pretty much put up their hand wanting to talk about it. And it's something that needs to be said, because I think it's something that, let's see if I get this, where I go back to my scribbling. Basically, what they want to talk about, I think I've talked about this before. Well, definitely I've talked about this before, especially when I did back to the live audience. When we pass over, we go through a process of reviewing our own lives, but we also review different outcomes that we could have had if we made different decisions at certain points. So where we've had hindsight, when I wish I did this, when we pass over, we actually get to live through those other scenarios and see what outcome would have been. So we can learn from that, learn from our mistakes like fully, and also learn from what we did right and why it was right. But the situations as well, where we've not been a particularly great person, we live through them again to watch it, but we also live through it through the person's eyes if we've hurt them. So we feel that hurt, we feel the impact we made on that other person, and we live it through their eyes, through their life, from their perspective, and it really impacts the soul and makes them grow and learn. And that's the person that's here just now, and I'm trying to figure out who they are, so I'll get them to validate themselves. But there's a pain somebody's holding on to, and I'm sure there's more than one person here where somebody has passed and there's still resentments, like in the living, and they want to try and heal that. So let's see who that is. I'll stop talking for a moment and we'll get into it. Hi everyone, by the way, that's joined in the past few minutes. Welcome. It was intended just to do some tarot at the start, but we've gone straight into mediumship, which pretty much predicted at the start is what they end up doing. So who am I getting drawn to? Right, it's a couple of people that I'm kind of looking at. Just inviting them closer into my energy. Okay, this person feels young. They passed before their time. And there was stuff with certainly alcohol, but I'm not sure about drugs, but they've certainly lived a wild life, and died as a result of their lifestyle almost. Which they're taking responsibility for their death, but it wasn't suicide. It was I'm trying to work out if it was an accident or whether it was too much of something. So this could either be an accident or it could be they've simply taken too much of a tablet, like an overdose, but an accidental overdose. I don't feel as though it was a suicide or anything like that, but they definitely are responsible for passing through their decisions. Does this make sense to anyone? No. Let's get some more. So it's a young guy. Well, I'm calling him young, but 20s. No, but I'm just. I think the main points, if nobody's recognising it, we'll try and move it on. But it's guy in his 20s. He liked to party with his friends. I don't think it wasn't like heroin. There was nothing like not that severe. It's just like partying too much, and that led to their passing. If that doesn't make sense to anyone, what I'll do is I'll jump to the cards, and that should move us on to something else. Okay. That might come back a little bit later. We'll see if it pops up. But we'll jump to the cards. Sometimes things are misinterpreted, but other times when I'm quite clear, it feels so. I'm not going to try and go back and reinterpret that. I'll wait and see what comes up. Right. I think I'm going to come to you, Elizabeth. do some tarot, and then we'll see where that goes. So, same as before, we'll go to the angel cards. So I will get you just to say stop.
Stop.
Okay. Would you like the left pile or the right pile?
The left, please.
Okay. So it's the Council of Light card. So the helpers in different realms. So it's about your spirit council, your guides, the loved ones that are around you, helping you guide you through just subtle little nudges and hints. And we'll see what they have to say. Because we all have these guides in our lives in spirit, whether it's whether it's people that we've not met in this particular life, but from a previous life, part of our soul group, or it could be just angels or guides that are there to help and teach us. And they usually talk to us through our intuition when we get a feeling in our stomach about something. That's usually them. So I will get you just to say stop for me.
Stop.
And once more.
Stop.
Okay, perfect. So it's been a bit of a journey for you to get to where you are now, emotionally and mentally. Get a better feel on that. It's my initial impressions. So there's So I feel in the past, your thoughts have very much been your worst enemy. Almost like an anxiety or imposter syndrome, or just thoughts like you quite control your thoughts. And it's been a long journey for you to very much take ownership of yourself, of your emotions, and be the person you are today. It took a lot of work, a path that a lot of people do take, but everyone's path is very different to get to where they are, and it's something to be very proud of. Because someone just popped the thought into my head about I've had my own journey, and when you look at hindsight, there's a lot of things that I regret, but I wouldn't go back and change them because each thing made me who I am. And that someone just put in my head and that sentiment. At the moment, I feel so you're very much somebody that someone keeps trying to distract me. At the moment, you're somebody that sits and listens to the world, to yourself. You sit still. There's an emotional connection that you keep connected with your soul, but I feel as though you connect to the other side, not necessarily through mediumship what I do, but you will sit and you'll speak like quite a lot, almost every night to someone. Would that be true?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're acknowledging this, and it's this card I'm looking at when I'm seeing that, the holding of hands. So I feel it's almost like a partner that you speak to,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I can feel them right there. So I'm just letting them come into my energy as well, so we can help with this. But a big, beautiful energy it's got. I feel jovial, like I want to laugh, I like belly laugh. I just want to sit here and tell you jokes. I want to make you smile, make you laugh. I'll try to figure out what I'm seeing. He showed me, when I'm talking, asking him about children, he showed me 2 boys and a girl, but there's a boy kind of fading. Did you lose a child or miscarriage?
No.
Try to think of this boy. Do you have a boy and a girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's this third boy? So there's 2, because I saw 2 very strong boy and a girl, but there was this other one in the background. I'll maybe come back to that. That's it. But he very much feeds into your intuition. And he listens to you sing. Do you sit and sing to yourself? He listens to you. He's like, no, she sings to me. He says at times, especially something going to come up in the future that's going to make it a little bit harder for you to juggle. Like you juggle things too much, and there's something that's going to happen that's going to add to your juggling. And he's just being protective and saying, just be careful of what you take on. And be careful that you look after your energy, treat yourself how you treat others. That's what I say a lot to people, and that's the feeling I get. Have the same respect for yourself as you have for other people. Make sure you're protected. He handed me a red rose, but also there was like a bouquet of different colours as well. But that's generally to me as them passing their love on to you, a symbol of that. And he's kind of just walking back now. But like I said before, they're always with you. He's listening to you sing. It's and he's watching out for you. He knows there's something coming up that might be a bit more stressful, and he's going to be there for you. So just take some sentiment in that, and I hope that done something for you.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
No worries. So, let's go back to some cards and we'll see who is here. Well, halfway through actually, so what I'm going to do is just see if anyone's got any questions about how this works, about the spirit world, about me as a light worker. Just unmute yourself and shout out if you've got any questions or no. This happened last time, nobody had any questions. That's fine. We'll carry on with cards and things. I like to do this on Google Meet or something like this rather than just Facebook, because Facebook is very much just me talking to people making comments. Whereas it gives us the opportunity to have more of a conversation as well. And I'm sure, because I want to do this on a regular basis, so I'm sure as we'll get to know each other a bit more as well, if people keep coming back, then we'll get more people happy to come on camera and wanting to speak. So we'll see where it goes. I'll have a sip of my coffee. Who do I want to come to? Jane, welcome to you. Jane Ferguson. Again, I don't mind if you want to keep your camera off. It's absolutely fine. It'd be lovely to see your face, but it's okay if you don't want to.
Hi, Mark.
Hi there. So, have I read for you before?
No, this is the first time.
Okay. I always like to just double check, because I say I'm really terrible with names as it is. So, we'll start with the angel card. Just have me to stop whenever.
Stop.
Okay. And left or right?
Left.
Okay. So, pillar of light. It's all about your energy, you being a bit of an oracle, your vibration being lifted up. So something in your life, about your life, is kind of elevating you, your vibration, your energy, almost like it's you as a person. But we'll see what the cards have to say.
Okay.
It might be like last time where I think I got started on the cards where somebody was very eager to come in and speak. Okay. So, okay, say stop.
Stop.
And once more.
Stop.
Okay. I'll have a second. I feel as though, let's try to get a feel on this, make sure I'm just reaching out to my guides. I feel as though up to this point, life has been very fast moving, almost like so much being like pushed into such a small amount of time. In your journey, like your journey's progressed very fast, but it's also being packed in with other parts of your life. Let me get more specific on that. I say it'll be broad and I'll kind of narrow in where I can. I feel as though the way things have settled now, it's almost laying a foundation for you to set roots down in the future.
Okay.
And that's with chosen family and friends as well around you. A strong partner, and just emotional freedom as well. Someone just said in my head, a partner that respects and treats you right.
Okay.
But we'll come back to where that's going. But certainly up to this point, let's see if we can focus in on more details here. There's just so much happened, so much life lessons that you've had all in such a short period of time.
True.
Which usually means things have been either there's been a lot of stress because there's been so much to learn or so much is going on, or it's been quite turbulent emotionally, and almost as though there's like a lot of bad things in a small period of time. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. You're reaching a point where everything's settling. Those lessons have been crushed in, and it's been turbulent. It's been quite that's been quite rough. But you're reaching a point where, with your I keep saying chosen family, but also feel as though there's a blood bond there as well. Do you have a sister?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, are you close to her? I feel so she's gonna be quite a strong link for you. Would that make sense?
Yeah, no, we're not close.
Okay. I feel there's something with that bond. So when I said chosen family, it's chosen family what I talk about most, but somebody in my head talked about your sister. Put the thought of your sister into my head. But it's also important, I think, when it comes to a partner, you know what you deserve now. You know what you deserve, what you require, what you need from a relationship.
Yeah.
And that's come from some painful blessings, but it's put you in a place where you can I don't want to get too specific because it's a group thing and there's certain lines that don't cross in groups, but
Okay.
very you're reaching a place where you can open up emotion again around you, and it's going to allow you to really expand your mind, your horizons, put down secure roots, and also just be careful of thoughts. I've talked about imposter syndrome tonight already, and you deserve good things. You deserve to have what you want, and don't let other people tell you otherwise. And don't let yourself tell you, if that makes sense, otherwise. You deserve nice things. You deserve to be happy. I just heard in my head, but I didn't feel the validation I usually feel. But I'm not sure if this is right or not. But somebody just said, when I said that you deserve nice things and you deserve a solid, secure future, somebody also said, so do your children. So do you have children?
Yeah, I've just had a wee baby.
Okay, somebody just referenced that in my head, but see if I can get but it's almost like they came past, referenced it, and just went straight out the window again. It was just like a flying message, you know.
Okay.
And come back. They're showing me pink clothes. So was it a girl?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I like pink as well.
Okay.
She's always wearing pink.
They're showing me a baby in pink. So
Mhm.
they're not coming in to really identify themselves properly, probably because this the room we're in, and try to get around as many people as we can. But no, there's certainly people acknowledging your little girl, and congratulations as well.
Thank you. Can I ask, are you picking up on my granda? Is my granda coming through?
Whoever it is feels quite cheeky, like a cheeky kind of humor, playful.
I keep getting this man, like I've had readings in the past, and I keep getting the same character coming in, like a cheeky kind of man, but I don't know who he is.
Okay. I feel an uncle connection. Did you have an uncle that passed when you were quite young?
Not young. He passed away, I think maybe 3 years ago.
Okay. But that doesn't suit his personality. You don't feel as though that's
No, I don't think so.
okay. I'm feeling kind of an uncle kind of bond, and I also feel as though they died when you were quite young. But I'm also seeing them as an older man. Like I'm not surprised, like they didn't die before their time. So I don't have time to go into it properly. But what I would, if you try and find out who this is, maybe ask around about a great uncle. Just
Great uncle.
it becomes like almost like a granddad kind of age, but it feels like a bond from an uncle. Let me just ask for your granddad just to give you a bit of peace that they're okay. Did your granddad sing to you?
He used to kind of hum and whistle.
That makes sense. He's singing, but I can't make out any words. That's why I couldn't say what he was singing. So
Yeah, he would hymn to music.
yeah, okay. Actually, I'm just confirming that he's on the other side and he's safe. He's just giving a wee bit of a nod, but it's just the time frames really here. But no, that's a tip anyway to figure out who the cheeky funny guy is. But he's happy and he's safe and he's at peace. Because he wouldn't have been able to show me that humming if he wasn't. But no, I do my readings from the shop face to face, so you can always come in and see me there for a full one-to-one, and see what happens.
Okay.
So thank you very much. They're just leaving you with that love as well, and I'll leave you with their love. And thank you so much for speaking to me.
Thank you.
No problem. So, I get that quite a lot, where somebody comes in and they don't recognize who they are. But it's like they're on with that person who passed young from partying too much. You get the sense of someone and you communicate with them and you're certain that you're communicating correctly and you're definitely, interpreting things correctly, and it's linked to someone that's around you or someone that you're speaking to. But the person you're speaking to, one-to-one, you don't recognize who you're talking about. And it does happen, and that's happened quite a few times where the person has said, I've been to a few mediums who've said the same person's come to me, but I don't know who it is. So it's a weird one. I've not quite figured out entirely. I think it's different with each situation, what's going on there, but it does happen. Nikki, come on in. You want to ask something?
I think I can take the young person, the partying.
Okay.
It's a cousin who I didn't know very well.
Oh, I see. When they came through, I just felt an intense feeling there. So yeah, I think that is right. They but sometimes, again, it's very much, even with slight connections, they'll reach out to you because they love to talk to the living, and if they've got that sort of connection, even if there's people in your family that believe in this that you can say to, let them know, because he's at peace. To be fair, he's still partying up there, but he's doing it from from a safe place. It's just what he likes to do. But difference is now he's got a safety and a maturity to him from, like what I said at the start about looking through your life. He saw how many people he hurt with his death, and he's lived his death through the eyes of those people. So he's fully felt the impact and the pain he's caused. He said he had to go and get some more healing after that experience, because I think his personality hasn't changed, it's improved. It's partying with temperance, is what he just said to me. He's anything else? He keeps showing me a car as well. Did he have a pride and joy? Like, you might not know if he's a long of it's, but he's showing me a car, so like a pride and joy, like I like these more.
Yeah, very much so. That's what killed him.
I had a feeling he kept showing me a car.
Yeah. It was his pride and joy.
So, yeah, as I said earlier, I wasn't sure it was an accident or just partying too hard, but I kept seeing a car, so that made us. Right. He just said he's so sorry, and he's wishes for you to pass that on to people who would receive it kindly and not cause any harm. And so let's very much use your instinct on who would receive that the right way. But he's very much at peace now. And he just said he's with his granny, so I don't know if his granny passed and he's close to his granny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just said him with granny now. And they're at peace and they're happy and they're guiding. There's a couple times, if you had a close call recently, like crossing a road or something there, and you thought, oh, I'm glad I didn't cross there, like you're about to step on a road and then you decide not to and a car goes past. So it might not be that example, but something where you're like, oh, I'm glad that didn't happen. Does that make sense? There's something he's saying that there's a couple times recently he's kind of just given them a nudge that's kept them safe.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's trying to get across.
Oh, bless him.
But he watches over if you went, oh, is he also an uncle?
No.
There's children that's close to him that I don't feel is his, like an uncle or just, I don't know. It's not very clear actually, but I just had that feeling of that uncle bond again. But there's children that he watches over in particular anyway. And I can't
In spirit or here?
Here. People
Oh,
here.
here. Right.
He
Okay.
watches over and just protects. And helps. But he's I think it's the mum he's connected to. No, he's kind of fading away now. So, excuse me. Was he hit here? Do you know?
Was he what?
Do you know his injuries? Was it impact here in the throat, at the top of the chest? So I just had almost like a blow in my chest like that.
Yeah, I could see you just did something then. You kind of went like that, didn't you? Yeah.
That was his parting gift to me.
Oh, that's nice of him.
It was lovely.
It was impact, yeah.
What I just felt there is pretty much all he felt. As soon as the soul realised it was over, it left the body. So he didn't need to suffer so whatever he went through, he didn't feel it.
Okay.
I think the body stayed alive for a little while.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, spot on.
But he really wasn't there. He might come in every so often just to acknowledge people around him, but he wasn't very much in the body. He didn't feel the pain. He didn't suffer.
He was on life support for like about 3 or 4 months.
Okay. He's just acknowledging that, and he just wasn't there.
Okay.
He was around people. He was there in spirit, but he left his body. So he wants to acknowledge when that was turned off, it was the right decision.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just went at me and went, almost like a mic drop. That's my parting gift.
God.
Oh,
my word.
was that his personality? Was he quite he's funny? I like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just leave you with those messages.
Thank you.
It's it's up to you if you want to pass that on or not.
Yeah.
You know who will receive it and who won't. And
I'll try and pass it on to his mum. Yeah.
okay. Thank you very much for
Thank you.
letting me know I wasn't going mad earlier.
No, sorry. It took me a while and I was racking my brains and I was like, oh my God.
You know how many times I get a text message? That's actually a good example. I get so many times after the readings, I'll get a message or an email saying, actually, that did make sense when I went away about it. And I've got so many of them sitting on my phone. Yeah, no, he's just left you with his love, and
Thank you.
no worries.
Thank you.
Let's see, somebody coming in. I've got time for one more person. Who am I being drawn to? Right, I'm getting drawn a bit. Right, okay, someone's pushing me to you, Mary Park. So if you'd like to unmute so I can speak to you, if that's okay. And it's up to you about the video. As I say, I don't mind. Let me get my angel cards. Oh, thank you for putting your video on. Thank you. So let's see what we get. So again, I'll start with the angel card and then go on to the tarot. It's the first reading and the last reading I always get nervous of, because you want to start well, you want to end. So see how we go. All right, so just say stop.
Stop.
Okay. And would you like left or right?
Right.
Right, perfect. So it's circling. It's about clinging on to something that's unhealthy or not needed. There's something in your life that you're holding on to. We'll see what the cards have to say. It's all about moving on in your journey and discarding anything that doesn't quite serve you in your life anymore, and letting things in the past, releasing them, whether it's physical or emotional. But we'll see what the tarot has to say, and if anybody wants to pop in and clarify anything. Right, so I'll get you to say stop twice in a second. So just say when.
Stop. And stop.
Perfect. Okay. It's quite a mixture here. I'll just take a moment to have a look through, get a feel. I should have said at the start, when I look at cards and read cards, I tend to wait and get a feel of what the cards mean. I don't bother with the book meanings. I know the book meanings, I've learned them like every other tarot reader has, but I found better just go with my intuition and whatever they mean at the moment. And that intuition is usually fed by your guides or my guides or loved ones. I'm feeling quite a bit of loneliness in your past. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just making sure I was on the right track. You've done a lot at the start of your journey very much alone, and it's almost as if you are guarding your own heart, like you're keeping that barriers up around people, and it's because of heartbreak as well. You've learned not to trust, and you're trying to set down roots. And there's two sides to you. There's the part that's not allowing you to trust, not allowing you to build up even your chosen family the way you want to. Although I think things are changing at the moment, but also you're starting to become very self-aware of your own self and why you react. You're almost like, I feel, whether it's from reading books or whether it's from going to therapy or counselling, there's something around you that's allowing you to fully recognise who you are, the way you react, why you react. Like you get a deeper understanding of yourself at the moment, which is allowing you to really strengthen your roots. It's going to allow you to then start choosing chosen family around you, start putting that trust into others. And in the future, you're going to be presented with so many different options. The world's very much going to be at your feet. You're basically from this loneliness to a future where you're going to allow yourself to be loved, allow yourself to have people around you. Does that make sense? Am I speaking?
Yeah. Absolutely spot on.
But you're very much taking control of yourself, getting a deeper understanding, and that deeper understanding is going to allow you to move forward and be. I keep saying chosen families. I think your chosen families can be more important than blood family to you in the future. Not saying that it's bad or anything. I don't have any fix on that. But your chosen family, it's going to be your family, and your future feels so positive. It's like I'm getting a really good like buzz when I think about your future. Like there's something like there's excitement about your future, and there's the Wheel of Fortune, which very much anything can happen. You've got like guys sitting there making lots of choices, and you're gonna have lots of options. There's gonna be lots of positive options, and you're gonna use your past experience in a healthy way to allow you to make those choices in the right way. I'm getting a feel of a lot of spiritual energy, like there is a lot of kind of people past, but there's nobody coming forward specifically to identify themselves.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I feel there's too much to talk about when there's a group. I don't think they feel comfortable with the group. Also, I think when they're resistant, like when they're nervous about coming forward, it's because they've got shame in how they've acted in life. They've got regrets of how they treated you or treated people. Would that make sense for someone? It would be a bit nervous forward, yeah.
Yes, it does. It sounds like my granny.
Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of just making sure I know they're there, but there's stuff that they don't want to talk about with other, like it's more personal and not with other people listening. And she's very far away.
Yeah.
I kind of want to sit straight up. Don't worry, she's. I feel as though there's been a lot of learning, a lot of healing, and I think the stuff that she has to say is very positive. Like what I was bringing my thoughts back to what I was talking about earlier about going through your life again, reviewing your life and seeing through the people you've hurt through their eyes, and she's showed me a heart with a hard shell around it, and that hard shell cracking and falling apart. So I feel as though she's learned that empathy she never had in life. Would that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
That's just what I'm going to say just now. But she says she probably won't believe this at the moment, but she's leaving you with her love. And the way I feel, I truly feel it. That shell around her heart has dissolved. But I think it's a deeper conversation. So what we'll say is send me a private message, okay, on Facebook, and we'll set up a free one.
Okay, thank you.
I think there's quite a bit to talk about that needs to be said. So we'll do that for free, all right?
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem at all. I say send me a direct message because I'll forget. My memory is terrible.
Yes, that's fine.
No, but it was wonderful to meet you and speak to you. Thank you for coming on camera. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's what I'm telling you. Just want to thank everyone so much for coming on tonight. We've had some really good examples of mediumship and the spirits being with us through our current lives, acknowledging things that's coming up, like weddings, and just, you know, showing that they're still there and, you know, within life, just they don't have a body anymore. You know, we tend to be happier when we don't have a body. The body seems to be what keeps us down. But no, it's really great to see you, and thank you everyone that's come along and listened and taken part. I do have a live face-to-face audience coming up on the 16th of August. It's on my Facebook page if you just want to come along. And also I do my one-to-ones at the Enchanted Highlands, and you might have seen we're moving to South Street at the end of August. So I'll be able to open up basically through the day. So if anybody's got children, then they can, you know, when they're at school, because I've had that message a few times. So I tend to do out of school hours at the moment, which is a pain for a lot of people. So it should be a lot better. But no, it'd be really great if I can see you at the live show at least, and meet you face to face. I always like that, and I will come over and speak to you. I promise. I always do that. But I want to try and make this kind of a weekly thing every Sunday, because it gives me a good. It just gives me a good contact with the people that are, you know, the people that want contact, and also it lets me come across people like Mary who really need a reading. So that's one thing. When I first started, I'd done it all for free, but then if I wanted to do this full time, I needed to make a living. So that's why I have to charge now. But things like this allow me to still do some work for free, and the spiritual guide who needs that. Whether they bring them into the meeting and have me focus on them, or tell me to give them a free reading one-to-one. So this allows me still to have that avenue of doing stuff for free. And I think that's it for me. So I'll just leave you all with love and light. And thank you. And also, if you can put reviews on my Facebook page, it makes a massive difference to me. It really does. You won't believe how big a difference it makes. So I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. And enjoy Sunday. You're welcome, Nikki.
Thanks very much. Bye.
And I'll see you tomorrow morning, Hannah.
Bye. Bye.